Hello, everyone. Hello, hello. Welcome in. Welcome in. I have such a powerful message for you today. This is a good one. This is a good one. I want to talk about how to retire wealthy in just 2 years if you haven't saved any money, not a single penny. You can retire wealthy in 2 years. Well, that's what I've done. I have never been someone who saved money. I never wanted to think about retirement. I never wanted to think about making money. I always hated focusing on money. I always wanted to be an artist. I wanted to do fun things. And for me, focusing on money has always been burdensome. So I never did. And I didn't have a single penny saved up until 2 years ago. And in just the last 2 years, I become a millionaire. Actually, I've made over $2 million in my business in the last 2 years, which is so freaking exciting because that's what I always thought was possible for me, that I would get lucky, that something would happen where I would just have no retirement, no savings, no money at all. And then bam, something would happen. I'd get lucky. I'd be taken care of. I've always trusted, and this is what I want you to understand. I've always trusted the universe. I've always trusted the divine plan. I've always trusted that I'd be taken care of. Kind of like the birds, the birds are out there flying around, finding seeds, and they don't have to worry where their livelihood's coming from, where their next meal is coming from. That's how I always wanted to live. I'm like, I'm a divine creature on this planet. I shouldn't have to focus on money. I shouldn't have to slave away. I shouldn't have to sacrifice my life for something that's not even real. So I never did. And I'm going to share with you in this video exactly how I've become a millionaire and how it's changed my life and why I never focused on money and still got lucky. Okay, I have 4 points that I want to share with you. This is a really passionate perspective of mine, and I'm excited to share this with you because it's been such a journey to go from someone who never had any money, always struggled to make money. I was always broke. In fact, my wife divorced me because I wasn't making any money. And I was like dead weight. I couldn't support the family. I couldn't support the kids because I didn't want to focus on money. It was horrible. I've struggled in my life. I have really, really struggled. There was a point in my life where I couldn't even pay my rent that was $400 at the time. And I was in such a massive, massive depression. I wanted to end my life. I didn't want to go on because I didn't want to figure out how to deal with the money. So what I did, okay, now take notes on this. I'm going to share 4 points that's really, really powerful, really powerful. Follow your passion. Number one on my list is follow your passion. Develop your passion. Develop who you are. Don't settle. And don't sacrifice who you truly are for a job, for the corporate ladder, for a career, or for money. Don't sacrifice. Don't compromise. Don't settle. Follow your passion. Develop who you are. Truly develop who you are because it's the only thing you got. It's the only thing that matters. It's what God gave you. You can't compromise it. And if you do compromise it for money, then you're going to be scrambling, trying to figure out, you're forcing. That's not how the universe works. The universe is in a flow. If you're destined to retire wealthy in 2 years, it could happen just like that, just like it happened for me. Number two on my list is align with your highest calling, no matter what that means. So you have to sacrifice when something's not working. When you've gotten yourself out of alignment, you need to realign. Okay, if you're working a job you hate, if you're climbing the corporate ladder and it's not serving you, you have to sacrifice that BS pursuit for the real pursuit, your highest calling. You need to be attuned. You need to listen to your highest calling. God puts the voice in your head. God puts the stamp on your heart of what your highest calling is. Okay, and you have to listen. That's your only job. If you want to retire wealthy in 2 years without saving a single penny, you have to listen to your highest calling. That's the only requirement. Listen to the simple, pure voice of God telling you how to align. What excites you? What's your passion? For me, I wanted to be a spiritual coach. I wanted to be a life coach because I was running other businesses. I was doing retail. I was trying food. I sold frozen yogurt for a while, dairy products as a vegan, horribly out of alignment. And it caused me a lot of pain. I had to sacrifice those ideas to get back into alignment, to align with my highest calling, to be a life coach. Actually, that was my highest calling. I wanted to be a life coach because to me, that felt like there was no ceiling. The sky's the limit. I could change and grow and morph, and I could help people change and grow and morph. There was no limit on who I was or what I could be. The more I developed myself, the better I'd be. The more I learned, the better I'd be. So my highest calling was to be a life coach. And that leads me to number 3, which is I started a membership. Look, you got to learn online business because this is what I did. Okay. So it's pretty obvious in 2025 that the internet's not going anywhere and it's the future of all business. And with cryptocurrencies and blockchain and AI, it's only going more online. So if you're still working a job thinking your money comes from some in-person thing, I don't know, man. I don't think that's a good strategy. Again, let's align with what just is simple. Learn online business. That's what I did. I started a membership so I could just be a coach. A membership is incredible. It's a freedom model. I started my group coaching program, Raw Vegan Heroes, 5 years ago with 0 members. Okay, 0 members. And in 5 years, it's grown to over 5,000 members. I make about $50,000 a month, $70,000 a month. Last year in 2024, I made $850,000 with my membership. And in just the last 2 years, I've made about $2 million with my membership, just under $2 million in the last 2 years. That's incredible. Okay, so I never had a single dollar saved. I never focused on making money. I figured, shoot, I'm gonna just retire destitute and with nothing. If I have to, I'll go move to a third world country and try to live on scraps. I was prepared, but I listened to my highest calling to be a life coach, to learn online business, to start a membership, and that's what I did. And in just 2 years, because it was so aligned, I made enough money to put into investment accounts and retirement accounts, and I'm set up. I am going to be able to retire wealthy, and that's incredible. Even though I've never saved any money, I've never focused on money, I've never pursued money, I've only pursued alignment. I've only pursued simplicity. I've only pursued truth. Look, I want this message to just communicate one thing to you. You don't need to sacrifice who you are for money. You don't need to compromise who you are. It's the opposite. You need to claim who you are. You need to own who you are. You need to be inspired by your vision for who your life should be, what it should look like, your simplest truth, whether that's a caregiver for animals, or whether it's a mountain climber or a deep sea diver. Look, your passion is stamped on your heart by God. It's your birthright to honor God's gift to you. If you're pursuing money, you're probably never going to retire wealthy. But if you align, you can get lucky. If you align, God works miracles. If you align, magic can happen. If you align, you don't have to worry. You don't have to think about how to make money. Alignment is what you need. Because alignment is connection. Alignment is connection with yourself, with your vision, with your divine purpose. Connection is currency. Connection generates currency. And a membership is so incredible because it builds network. Now, I learned this years ago. Network is net worth. If you want to have more net worth, build a network. Be part of a network. Create network. Look, if you can't be part of somebody else's network, start your own network. That's what I did. I started a network, and that created my net worth. That's the secret right there. Okay. So number 4 on my list is get mentorship with me. I can help you. 2 years ago, I started my business mastermind where we talk about all this, the mindset, the alignment, the vision, how to be connected to our vision, how to learn online business. So I call my business mastermind a business mastermind because we do talk about online business, but it's really mindset support, it's spiritual support, it's leadership support. I'm a spiritual person. I never pursued money a day in my life, you know? So my business mastermind isn't about pursuing money. It's about pursuing your truth. It's about pursuing your vision, your alignment, your greatest gifts that God gave you. It's about getting out of your own way. It's about providing service. And I'm going to tell you, if you join my business mastermind and you apprentice with me, it will change your life. I can help you. I truly can. But I can only help those who help themselves. My years of struggle, my years of trust and surrender, my years of doing the work has led me to be extremely knowledgeable on how to start an online business, how to align with your highest calling, how to follow your passion, and how to be true to yourself. And when you work with a mentor like me, you get into alignment. The money will flow. I understand connection and currency. I understand network and net worth. You need to understand it too. So apprentice with someone who's experienced and knowledgeable and practiced in this, and it will change your life. Guaranteed. The only thing you need to spend your hard-earned dollar on is mentorship. I know making money is a bitch. It's hard. You're working your hard-earned dollar for hard-earned dollars. It's your sweat equity. And it's the only thing you need to spend your money on is mentorship. That's the only thing you need to spend your money on. Now, look, my business mastermind is $2,997 for 6 months of apprenticeship with me. That's the cheapest ROI you're ever going to get because I teach people online business. I teach people how to make $10,000 a month. That's the starting point. $10,000 a month with a membership, a freebie, a funnel, basic online marketing. If you can learn how to do basic online marketing, $10,000 a month is just the start. Oh my God. I made $77,000 back in February. I made $50,000 in March. I make about $50,000 a month on minimum. It's pretty incredible to understand that. So let me help you. I will help you. And I'm going to really help you. For the viewers of this video, I'm going to put in the link in the description or in the comments below. Go find it. I'm going to put a 50% off discount for my business mastermind just for this video. That 50% link doesn't exist anywhere else. It's just in the comments or description of this video. I want you to have the support, 50% off, 6 months of apprenticeship with me. Go find the link and look at the price. It's going to blow your mind. It's really, really good ROI. It's a good ROI. That's how I did it. I retired in 2 years. I built my retirement fund in 2 years without saving a single penny. How about that? If I can do it, you can do it. I guarantee you can do it. I know you can do it because I did it. It's possible. You could have zero money in the bank right now, and in just 2 years, you could have your entire retirement set up. It's possible. Apprentice with me, I'll show you how to do it. It's pretty simple. The key is connection, and the key is network. Start a network, build a network. I will show you how. I hope this video is helpful to everyone. How to retire wealthy in 2 years if you haven't saved a single penny. It's a powerful message. It is a powerful message, and it is my life. It is my truth. It's literally what I've done, what I've experienced, and how I've lived my life. I hope it's helpful, everybody. Much love. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.